So just watched the World Cup, the U.S. against Wales. Mm, I don't know what to take of it, to be honest. I mean, this should have been a game that they should have won, but it seems like they didn't. The real question is like, it seems like they were getting a lot of penalties, but it seems like the refs were against them in ways. So it was hard to say. But then again, second half, I mean, towards the second at tail end of the first half, the refs seem to have switched it off towards Wales. And then again, the U.S. team, it seems like in the second half, they just weren't on fire, or more of like they were basically playing more subtle and slow in the game versus on attacking like they should have, which Wales was doing, and they played much more urgent. They played it with much more urgency, whereas the U.S. team didn't. It's going to be interesting to see how they play against England on Friday. Honestly, if the U.S. team can come out with a tie, I'd be impressed. But I don't see them winning that game the way they played against Wales. Unless some adjustments are seriously made, I think the New England team beating the U.S. team probably 2-1, maybe 2-0. I don't see a 1-1, 1-0 score. I could see the U.S. scoring one goal at least for sure. It could be 1-1 for sure. That's another possibility. That if it could be 1-1, that'd be good. But honestly, I think England's going to score two goals. Sorry, in this game. Um, but we'll wait and see. But again, it's more of a case for like with the how they played today against Wales, the U.S. national team. It was kind of a disappointment. Some say it's like, oh, the way they were playing towards the end, and like the way Wales was playing towards the last half, or especially the last 5 minutes of the game, and plus stoppage time, which so plus 9 minutes. That the U.S. were lucky that they came away with the tie, but in reality, the the U.S. should have won this game. To be honest, this is kind of a disappointment, and if this is the way they're going to be playing, I don't actually see them advancing past the group stage. To be honest, I actually don't see them advancing past the group stage, and I hate to say it, but if this is how they're going to play against England, yeah, because if Wales is probably going to get a win against Iran, so that's like 4 points right there. If they tie with England, then they're ahead of the U.S. at that point. They advance. The U.S. has got to hope that Wales loses to England and Iran, which is not happening. And the U.S. of course has to either tie with England and win against Iran, or win against Iran, and if they lose to England, that Wales loses to both England and Iran. That's the only way the U.S. gets in there. But in reality, we know that's not happening. So Wales probably will tie, most likely, more than anything else against England down the line. But again, it's a matter of this Friday's game. If the U.S. can come out with a tie, I think they'll have a shot of advancing. But if they can't and they lose, it's going to be much tougher for them. But like I said, the way I saw the game, the way they played this game, granted, yeah, the referees seemed like a little bit biased towards against the U.S. team, national team. I don't know. It's a tough call to say, but it's a little disappointing, to be quite honest. It's very disappointing. I mean, I think we had high hopes for the U.S. to at least win this game against Wales. Now, if the U.S. loses against Iran, forget it. Got the team. Just got the team at that point. But we'll see if that happens. We'll see. Anyways, you're welcome to subscribe to the channel. You're welcome to leave any comments, any feedback, thoughts on my opinion. Again, channel is just about opinions, my opinion alone. Subscribe, unsubscribe, like or dislike, up to you. But again, the way my channel is, the way I do it is basically usually unedited, unfiltered, and definitely unrehearsed. It's just off the cuff. Until next time.